Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts.
Hey guys, it's James with the Chart Guys. It is Thursday, March 29th. Going to do my nightly video on gold. So gold daily, we finished with a doji, held the 20 MA middle Bollinger Band back test. And if you look at this daily setup here, it's very similar to the setup we had back here back in February, where we had a huge run up and then had a pretty strong dump here. And kind of the same thing, we had a big run up here. Didn't take many days to get from the low 1300s to the 1360 level. Very similar here, didn't take long, and now we're having a pretty significant pullback here. But the middle Bollinger Band on the daily did hold. That is a doji at the bottom of a downtrend potentially. So we'll see if we get reversal here now on the daily off the 20 MA. I would look for a break of the high of today of 1332.60. And very similar to what I was talking about in last night's video, the 4-hour being oversold and providing good bounce. So last time the 4-hour was very oversold and under the 30 area, we had a good bounce. Was this setup here on the daily back there? And if you look at the 4-hour back then, so this was that run up on the 4-hour on that daily chart and then big dump, and you can see that we were oversold and overbought. Now we were oversold, and we did have an oversold bounce there before pulling back. So at this moment, I'm just looking for a oversold bounce, a little bit more significant bounce than we've gotten here, as we've reached close to that 30 RSI area. We are a little bit higher on the RSI than we were back here. We're looking for the similar setup, and what I'm really looking for on the hourly here is still waiting for a higher high. So we had this pullback, consolidation, and further dump. Now we had a consolidation, further pullback, lower highs. Let me zoom in. So clearly you can see that we're forming lower highs still and lower lows. Looks like we have a double top here on the hourly bounce here at 1330.80. So 1330.80, need to break that. That's the first step. We have an inside hourly candle. High and low is within the previous ranges, high and low. That is some nice decent dip buying. It looks it's potentially a momentum hammer during an uptrend here, but confirmation, we need to break that 1330.80. If we break that 1330.80, then the 4-hour, we need to then move to the 4-hour chart and set a higher high, and that would be the break of 1332.60. So 1332.60 will set a higher high on the 4-hour and show me some conviction by the bulls on a bounce. And the longer we go on this hourly, with it just consolidating like this and continuing to set lower highs and lower lows, it's an advantage of the bears, because all it's doing is cooling off the hourly RSI, and the price movement's not moving really higher on this bounce, with the RSI cooling off for potentially more downside. So be very aware of that. Looking at the daily, again, potential reversal. We did hold what I liked about this run up was the inside candle daily bull break on increasing bull volume. We did have significant pullback, increasing bear volume, but we did hold the low of the last consolidation here, which is at 1324.60. We got all the way down to 1325.40 and did bounce. So the next daily candle, we need to hold the low here, and bulls want to break the high here on this indecision. And if we break the high, that could cause some people in some shorts to cover and start having bulls come back and start buying. After such a big dump here, this could scare out some bears. That's the psychology behind this doji of indecision. If bulls are able to break the high of this candle of 1332.60, and that 1332.60 again ties in with this 4-hour candle setting a higher high. So I do like it. I do like the fact I am expecting a bounce, but the first step again is the hourly to set a higher high, and then the 4-hour to set a higher high. And it's a long weekend, so I need to be careful. Geopolitical events could hurt gold or help gold. If there is some geopolitical events that happen, continue talk about U.S. and China and their coming, trade war, it could definitely spike and help gold here. Looking at the U.S. dollar, I'm looking at this daily downtrend line. So looking at this daily downtrend line here, we do have a potential reversal candle here, very similar to gold. Not quite a doji like gold's is on the daily, but I'm going to look at this downtrend line, and I'm still expecting a lower high on the daily below 90.445 on this bounce attempt, because we did break the equilibrium, this daily tightening pattern, this higher high on the daily pattern from here. We did break it bearish, and to me this is just a bounce attempt, a weak bounce attempt, unless bulls are able to break above 90.445 on the gold daily chart. So I'm going to be watching this downtrend line on the daily if gold continues to sell off, and going to be watching that 4-hour RSI in gold as if it continues to sell off at this downtrend, if we do get to that on the daily. So watch the daily candles, especially the daily gold candle on that doji, see if bulls are able to break the high of today and that 4-hour level for a higher high. Looking at silver, silver's pretty interesting right now. So the silver is in a daily channel. Let me make these lines a little thicker, or even better, I'm going to remove this sets. Just remove everything here so we get a better understanding. So you guys can see the channel better. Where did we go? Okay. So anyways, the silver daily is in a channel here, and you can see that we're close to the bottom, and as we hit the bottom area, the 4-hour on this as well was in oversold territory, and you can see the last time on the daily that we were at the weekly bottom of the channel, it was in that same RSI level and bouncing. And so if this daily channel continues to, not weekly, if this daily channel continues to play out, then we can expect silver continuation. It is a nice bullish reversal candle here, finished near the highs of the day at the close, and so look for a break of the high of today of 1634 for silver to continue. I did see some big SLV buying yesterday that I alerted in the chat room, and today I saw some decent sized GDXJ call buying, and you can note the significant strength here. Even though gold set lower lows on the daily, gold miners really held up and closed near the high of the day, and so that's going to be very interesting. Obviously, the SPY strength in the bounce today helped, as miners are equities. But looking at GDXJ, I think this could be a significant development if bulls show up. If bulls show up on that doji that we had today on the daily and able to form a higher high on gold on the 4-hour. So this is going to be a very interesting setup. And you can clearly see that on the daily on GDXJ, higher lows are still being held, higher low, higher low, higher low. And you can go to the weekly, same thing really. Higher lows continue to hold here. And so this is going to be very interesting for next week to see how it plays out with so much strength. I'm going to be looking at the junior miners and senior miners, but again, looking at this monthly chart on GDXJ, it's continuing to get tighter. So I know I've been talking about it quite a bit in my past videos, but I think it's an important chart to keep an eye on. You have a high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low. And we're getting squeezed here, tighter and tighter. And we're going to have a break, hopefully in the next couple months, we'll have a break here of this pattern, of this tightening equilibrium pattern on the monthly, and give us some nice direction longer term on which way this junior miner chart's going to go. GDX, not as clear as of an equilibrium pattern, but there is still one there on the daily. Looking at this daily chart, not really an equilibrium pattern, but a higher, let me just pull back here, a higher low pattern as well on the daily. So higher low, higher low, higher low, and we'll see if this is another higher low here, and we can continue. You can see that on the daily we did break to a higher high on GDX already here on this daily chart here by breaking that high back here, and that was a double top as well. So the 22.25 was a double top here on GDX. Bulls broke it, and so on this pullback, this is pretty healthy consolidation after such a strong daily run up here on these gap ups, with gold being so strong, and so we'll see if we can get some continuation. GDX as well closed near the highs of the day. That's showing me strength there. We'll see if we can get increasing bull volume and continue up. So I do like a gold bounce coming. based on all those setups. So we just need confirmation on the hourly higher high and then the 4-hour higher high to confirm that the temporary bottom is in, and that gold will continue up. And on the longer term view of gold, looking at the monthly again. So monthly, now we have 3 candle tops with upper wicks. So we have it one at 1365.40, 1364.40, and 1362.60. So consecutive monthly candles of lower highs. And so what I would like to see is a break to a higher high on one of these candles. So next month, I would watch for a break of 1362.60. That's going to show me that the monthly bulls are showing me some strength here after 3 consecutive candles of lower highs here. And again, longer term view, you have higher lows on the monthly, and so bears would have to break really 12.30, 8.30 to really break this monthly chart in their favor. So these are all things to consider on the longer term. Have a good prolonged weekend. Get some rest. Enjoy your weekends. Don't think about the markets too much. I will not be thinking about markets. Have a good weekend. Also, one more announcement. I have freed up time now to go back to doing some one-on-one mentorship and one-on-one lessons. If you're interested, you can email chartguysjames@gmail.com for more information, or if you would like to communicate with me. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.